This war is being discussed in terms of targets, retaliation, and geopolitics. But there is another layer to it, the environmental impact. I'm not taking sides here, I'm only looking at the data. In cities like Tehran, this becomes more serious. The city is surrounded by mountains which trap pollution, and high rise buildings reduce airflow. So, when pollutants are released, they stay. In some cases, people even reported black rain, where soot and particles fall back from the air. The impact is not limited to land. In the Persian Gulf, attacks on ships, ports, and naval infrastructure are increasing pollution risks. Damaged or sunken vessels can release oil and fuel into the sea, and in conflict conditions, response systems are often limited. One reported incident involved a vessel near Sri Lanka, creating an oil slick of about 20 kilometers. Marine ecosystems in these regions are already under pressure, and oil contamination can affect fish, coastal biodiversity, and long term ecological balance. A major part of the environmental impact comes from attacks on oil and gas infrastructure. This includes refineries, storage facilities, and export terminals. When these facilities burn, the smoke contains particulate matter, nitrogen oxides, sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide, and toxic organic compounds like polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. One of the most critical environmental concerns in this region is water. Around 450 desalination plants provide drinking water to nearly 100 million people. These plants use chemicals like sodium hypochlorite, ferric chloride, and sulfuric acid. If these plants are damaged, these chemicals can enter the marine ecosystem. Even if they are not directly hit, power loss can stop their functioning. And if desalination systems fail, this becomes not just an environmental issue but a water security issue. There are also risks that are less visible but potentially more serious. Some nuclear related facilities have been affected, including sites like Natanz. So far, no radioactive release has been reported, but the concern remains because access is limited and full assessment is difficult. Even partial damage to such facilities can carry long term environmental risk. Environmental damage is not only about the attack, it is also about what happens after. In conflict situation, environmental monitoring becomes weaker and cleanup is often delayed. If governance systems are disturbed, environmental damage may remain unaddressed. There is also a broader issue, the climate impact of militaries. Military emissions are not fully reported under global climate frameworks. Out of 70 leading nations, only about half reported military emissions data. In some cases, actual emissions may be much higher than reported, and conflict related emissions are not reported at all. So, if we look at this conflict from an environmental perspective, it is not just about destruction, it is about air pollution, marine contamination, water risk, and long term ecological impact. And these effects do not end when conflict ends, they stay.